Hello, good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for watching. Today's video is going to be fun. It's my personal experiences as far as the top 10 places that I've visited in Southeast Asia. So whether you're living there or just visiting there. So I visited a lot of cities, both big and small in Southeast Asia, since I began traveling way back in 2015. I've been to not so great places, and I've been to some really great places. So I thought what I would do is I would break down all these into a top 10 list. But I couldn't get 10, so I made 11. So number 10 is tied. There's two tied for number 10. So one of my criteria isn't affordability. Some of my places that I list are very affordable, and some of them are not. My criteria simply is how I feel about the city. Would I live there if I could, meaning if the money or budget wasn't an issue. And then, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And now let's get going with my list. So number 11 on my list, Makati, Philippines, tied for 10th, we'll say. I love Makati because it's got both the different sides of the Philippines. It's got that central business district of the Philippines in Manila, so you can find a lot of high-end shopping centers, malls, international restaurants. It's also a great place for singles to hang out because of the great bar and club scene here. If you want to experience more true part of the Philippines in Manila, just travel outside that business district and you'll be in the real Manila and a true sense of what the Philippines is all about. Street vendors, trikes, jeepneys, friendly, smiling Filipinos who will greet you warmly. But understand that this is a developing country, so you'll see a lot of things that you might not have experienced before, like homelessness, beggars, poverty. Just be aware it might be a culture shock to you. This might be a turnoff, so just understand that's what you're going to see here in Manila, in Makati. But if you like the nightlife and the single life, Makati is definitely the place. Home of P. Burgos, which is the red light district, if you're into that sort of thing. Plus, there are many high-end nightclubs nearby for your enjoyment and entertainment, where you'll find a seemingly endless number of beautiful Filipino there. Be aware, though, that some of them are going to be freelancers. So if you're okay with that, you'll find some beautiful ones in the clubs. Cost of living is high compared to other places in the Philippines, but still more affordable than in the West. That's tied for 10. Also tied for number 10 is Pattaya, Thailand. Pattaya, or Pattaya, however you want to pronounce it, is another party town, but this one has a beach with beautiful sunsets, located on the east coast of the northern end of the Gulf of Thailand. You can see amazing sunsets on the long beach. Then you can hit the nightlife. Pattaya has a major nightlife. If you're into adult fun, Pattaya has one of the biggest walking streets in Asia. Aside from the famous walking street, there are several sois or alleys or streets where you can find bars with bar girls. Pattaya is definitely a tourist town, so if that's not your thing, you should probably avoid it. The nice thing is, just south of Pattaya is Jomtien, which is a little nicer area. Nice beach, not quite as touristy, not as adult entertainment focused. That's number 10. Number 9, Osaka, Japan. Full disclosure, I haven't spent a lot of time in Osaka, as much as I have in other cities on this list, but what I've seen is amazing. Osaka has a mix of both traditional and modern. You can actually see that when you're taking the train from Tokyo to Osaka, because it takes you through all these different areas and neighborhoods and prefectures. It really is a beautiful city, and the food is amazing there. You can find both high-end restaurants and local places with great food. Spend a day or a night shopping at one of the most unique outdoor shopping areas in the country at Tenjinbashi Suji. It's the longest shopping stretch in Japan, and it's completely covered. It's so long that it has 3 stations on the metro, on the Osaka Metro. Tenjinbashi Suji is split into 7 districts. that feature museums, local shops, international stores, and great restaurants. They even have a Japanese kimono shop. Cost of living is very high there, but you can find affordable housing in some areas farther away from the city center. Number 8, Iloilo, Philippines. Iloilo is on the Panay Islands southeastern shore in western Visayas. It's got a population around 500,000 people, which makes it ideal for those who want a big city with those amenities, that small city feel. The nice thing about Iloilo is that it's on the ocean, and it also has a river which runs through it, so you can take a stroll along the esplanade. If you're looking for fun entertainment, check out the city Times Square, Iloilo's version of New York's Times Square. They have restaurants, coffee shops, karaoke. They're in abundance there. The IT Park, the IT Business Park, also has great locations for restaurants and bars. Foodville is a place with great restaurants and bars where younger Filipino gather. And Smallville is a popular nightclub area or a nightlife area where they have great food, bars, and live outdoor entertainment. The cost of living is cheap. For whatever reason, you won't find a ton of expats there either. So it's something that's nice if that's what you're looking for. Plus, there's a quick ferry over to Guimaras Island where you get a lot of nice beaches and the best mangoes in the world there. Okay, number 7, Hua Hin, Thailand. Located on the opposite side of the Gulf of Thailand from Pattaya is the small beach town of Hua Hin. Now, a population of only about 65,000, it's perfect if you want a small beach community in which to live. Now, it does have a decent nightlife, but nothing close to what you would get in Pattaya. It's something that a younger person might not like. So if you're younger, say under 35 or under 40 even, and you're single and you're looking for that kind of lifestyle, that might not be for you. But if you're older, retired, looking for a cheap place to live near or on the beach, that's quiet, this might be the place for you. It's got nice long stretches of white sand beaches, good food, 2 malls, very affordable housing. Hua Hin is ideal if you want a peaceful location without a ton of tourists. Number 6, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City, or Saigon, is the largest city of Vietnam. It's got everything, and it's got a vibe that I really love. There are so many districts within the city, and each one has a different feel and appeal. You can find the right one that's good for you because they're like different cities within one large city. Great food there, easy transportation. Grabs in Vietnam are so good, I never waited more than 3 minutes for my Grab driver to arrive. Like Makati, you can hang around out in the business or professional districts, or you can head to the red light or the walking street areas, and you can get the real feel of Vietnam. There are also a lot of night markets to get local food, which is amazing there in Ho Chi Minh City. Cost of living is cheap, and English is spoken at least a little by most of the staffs at hotels, restaurants, and retailers. Chiang Mai, Thailand. Chiang Mai is a beautiful city located in the north of Thailand. Higher altitude gives Chiang Mai a little more of a mild climate. It's right there in the mountains, and you're just a trail away from the foot of the Himalayas, which is kind of cool. So many things to do there. 2 really nice malls, great food, both local and international, lots of neat night markets and fun nightlife. And it's cheap to live there. Chiang Mai has the feel of a college town. It's got a great vibe. Districts like Niman have a really neat coffee shop area, restaurants and bars. The center of town's alive at night with couples and families lingering around outside. Dating could be a challenge though, so maybe bring your girl with you rather than trying to find one when you're there. Not saying there aren't any, but it might be a little harder to find than in a big city like in Bangkok or in Ho Chi Minh City. Number 4, Bangkok, Thailand. You want international vibes? Go to Bangkok. There's something for everyone there. Real easy to get around. The BTS, SkyRail, and the MRT subway systems are amazing. Plus they've got grabs and taxis and tuk-tuks. So there's something about Bangkok that just makes it feel special to me. Every time I go there, I just love it. They have some of the best street food and night markets in the world. Cost of living is a little higher than in other areas of Thailand, but you can still live comfortably on a budget there. Nightlife is off the hook if you like that kind of thing. You can hit high-end, upscale rooftop bars and nightclubs, or duck into one of the Soe streets and find a little local bar. There's all kinds of girls there of all persuasions. Thai women are some of the most beautiful women in the world, so just know that. Number 3, Bonifacio Global City, or BGC in Metro Manila. Technically it's BGC. Technically it's not a city. It's a district within Taguig, which is part of Metro Manila. But for all intents and purposes, we're looking at my favorite places to live, not necessarily cities. And this place ticks almost every box for me. It's modern, it's convenient, it's got great food, both Asian, Western, and Filipino. Great areas like High Street, Forbes-town, and Uptown. Tons of malls, retail stores. Everything is within walking distance, and it's truly a smart city. No issues with brownouts or flooding. All the power lines are underground. Got a great drainage system there. So anything else that one might experience in other areas of the Philippines, you don't get that in BGC. It also has a large expat population, not only Westerners from US, Canada, Europe, and the UK, but also Australia, Korea, Japan, and China as well. The only downside is the cost to live there. It's higher than anywhere else in the Philippines, except for possibly Makati. But if you want convenience and you can manage the cost and you want that big city feel that's easy to get around, then BGC is definitely the place to be. Number 2, Da Nang, Vietnam. I fell in love with Da Nang when I visited there this year. It has almost everything. It's not too big or too small. The population is just over 1 million, but it feels smaller. I think it's because it's split into 3 different areas or districts that may make it feel like 3 different cities. The neat thing is it's got a beautiful beach, ocean views with long white sand beaches that are gorgeous, but never seem to be too crowded, other than early in the morning. When you get up there early in the morning, the sun rises over the ocean, so it's a real beautiful scene, and you'll see tons of people out there exercising, doing workouts, playing volleyball, and that sort of thing. There are nice condos and apartments around the beach area, as well as great restaurants and bars. It also has mountains, which are just as beautiful, and it's got a river running through it, which is another great area with great food and great bars and great places to live, which are a little cheaper than living on the beach area. Da Nang is just a really neat place, and other than the language barrier, it would be perfect. And the language barrier isn't real bad. I mean, when you go to the restaurants and retail stores and bars like that, most of them can speak fairly well as far as English. If I were to decide to live there, I would definitely want to learn Vietnamese, though, at least the basics in order to get by. Number 1 on my list is Tokyo, Japan. The biggest city in the world is, in my opinion, the most beautiful city in the world. So much life, and even though it's a huge city, it's extremely clean and extremely safe. I've never ever felt threatened walking around there at night. It's just a really safe place, just like BGC, by the way. Every prefecture has a slightly different feel or vibe, and there's something for everyone. The food, of course, is amazing, and you can find a lot of international restaurants here too. The thing that struck me about Tokyo is I hardly saw any Western fast food, and I hardly saw any fat people other than myself. I think I saw one Burger King the entire time I've been to Tokyo. And yes, it's very expensive to live there, and I probably never will actually live in Tokyo. But like I said at the beginning, it's not about the money or the budget. It's just one of my favorite places to live in Southeast Asia. In fact, it is my favorite place. So that's my list. I would love to know what your lists are, what your favorite cities are in Southeast Asia. If you haven't been to Southeast Asia, put a comment down below and let me know where you would like to visit or live if you retire or work there as a digital nomad. Thanks again for watching. As always, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. I do appreciate it. And check out one of my other videos up above. And until then, have a great day. And mabuhay, everybody. Live life. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.